Taylor? You got it? You can see all the oil up on the cane. It's about 2 feet above the water level. And what we're going to do is we're going to dust the canes like we were trying to show in our process documentation of how we could apply it by an airboat. All we're going to do is take the material and blow it at the canes. And you can see it doesn't stick to anything but oil. And you can see that it's just sitting there on the cane. Now if I reach down, take my glasses, if I reach down and I throw water at it, simulating the tidal changes, and don't get eaten by an alligator. It'll wash into the can, into the water, and they can float it back out. You can see that it's collecting some stuff in the water in pockets, but it's on the canes, and as the tide would come up, it'll attract and wash off of the water. You can see what's on my hand, and all I've done is touched a couple of canes. That's oil. And that's just me touching what's there. So, that's pure oil right there. It's very, very greasy.
You see the way it's getting flared. Can you get a shot of it floating up on into the...
How strong does it be? Pretty strong. Look at that. Okay.
You look behind that scoop, you'll see none of that oil is behind that scoop. There it is right there.
This is a 1/16 of an inch dusting.
Screen's too thick. We should have singled that screen. You look right behind the behind the scoop. You see no oil following that scoop.
Taylor, rip the screen off of the one. Here, Stan. Give me that thing. Rip the screen off of the one.
Scoop it up. Got it?
Right. All we're going to do is take it, come through with the shrimp net in a continuous flow, and pull it out. And it takes all the oil out of the water. They're going to come through, they're just going to take it. This is a regular pool skimmer, and it'll take all the oil out of it. Everything you see clouded to the oil, to the top of the water in streaks like that, that's oil. And there's nothing left once I come through it. It takes it out. And then you can see is that that's just balls of oil encapsulated inside the system. Okay? I can take it, I can make it into a ball, right? That's just oil inside the system. That's all it does. Trinity, can we back up there and we'll get that all out of here? We're going to go just back into it. And if I can hold it out there like that, watch this. This is simulating exactly what we're talking about with the shrimpers. Right? They're going to be coming along through it.
See, there's no oil behind that scoop.
And it's just picking it right up. It's just taking it right out of the system. All right? Everything's gone.
Is it okay if I take this?
You can do whatever you want, Shane. All we're looking for is a 1/16 of an inch of dusting. And as we'll sit here a minute, as we're looking right here, all we're doing is we're waiting for it to react to the system.
Like this. How you zoom in?
Roll the ball.
Okay.
You want me to stir it up a little bit, Craig?
No, we'll just let it sit. It's going to work because we want to do it. They've got it trapped in the boom. They don't want to let it out. Let's not let it out.
Okay, everybody. Ready?
All right, all we're doing is we're going to let the system, the EARTHBOND Green, sit upon the oil. This is clumpy oil. It's been broke down by the dispersants and traveled into the marshes. We can look to the left and you can see that it's very heavy inside of the marsh, about 25 feet beyond the boom. This is what Mr. Nungesser was talking about, is that we're just cleaning up close to where people go by, but we're not inside the marsh. The health of the marsh is at jeopardy. And the marsh is what produces the ecologies for the Gulf. And it's just destroying it. So we've done a 1/16 of an inch dusting. Behind the boom, we have no movement of the ocean. If you look down the boom, you can see once the boom's there, there's no agitation. It stopped the current flow, right? It'll go up with the tide and out with the tide, but as far as waves go, smaller waves and just little ripples, it's stopping it. You can see behind these two booms right here where it's very clumpy. It's a 1/16 of an inch. That's what Mr. Carville and Miss Madeline and Mr. Jindal, Governor Jindal, were looking at. We're just going to throw it on those clumps like that and we'll pull it out. And you can see that I can just throw it there and it just takes to the oil. And this is trapped by the booms, and you can see it very happy by that cotton boom. But they've only cleaned the first 10 or 15 feet by sucking it off, but they haven't got it outside of the lungs of the, you know, they've scraped the burn patient, but the skin's still destroyed. So we're just going to remove this that we just looked at a second ago. I don't give up easy. This is very, 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 very enlightening. You can see the system. It's just got these tar balls. You can see, look, they're all in the system. And it's just taking that oil right off the surface. It's in my hand. And you can see there's very little water in it, if any, and that's oil. There's no doubt. So that's what I pulled off the water that was spread across maybe 3 square feet.